What you are about to see will change your universe forever. Welcome, and here we go again. Now today I'm here to do something a bit different, and I've done quite a lot of Doctor Who related videos recently, so I thought I'd do a video that wasn't Doctor Who, let's close that, that wasn't Doctor Who related to interest some of you, but I'm going to do one which is still geeky related, movie and TV related. I am going to be doing a bit of a game. So I'm starting a new feature today that I wanted to introduce, and that's the 10 movie roulette. In here there's tons and tons of movies that I've watched, and I'm going to pick out 10 of those movies. I will get other people on here as well. There'll be other special guests, some you've seen before, some maybe you haven't. But in here there's quite a few movies, and you know, I'm going to be picking out 10 random ones, completely random, in this pot, like a bit of a magic hat. First of all, I'd like to say sorry for keeping you waiting. It's been about 2 weeks since I last did a video. I must really apologise about that. It's just finding time and, you know, doing other things. I mean, I'll get back to regularity, hopefully quite soon. So, in here there are a bunch of movies. I'm going to start off this feature by, you know, by picking one out. So let's see what the first movie is. Let's pick that one there. This one is the Lego Movie. So, to give a bit of feedback on the Lego Movie, I like it as a movie. I think it was a very clever and different animated film. I thought it looked brilliant, was certainly much stronger than the Batman one, but I hadn't seen the Ninjago one, so I can't tell about that. The Lego Movie was absolutely different, and I really liked it. I'm looking forward to a sequel. I don't think it'll be as good, because I know the last two, I didn't really like Lego Batman, and Lego Ninjago wasn't meant to be that good, but this one was really good. I particularly like the ending of this film, and you know, it's a really enjoyable, family-friendly one that I just recommend for all ages. It's very good for all ages, I think. It's a really good one, so a nice one to pick first. Let's put that down there. What's the next one? Going to pick out that one there. What is it? Another animated one. It's Shrek. So the original Shrek film. I like the original Shrek film. I think it's very different and very fantastical, if that's even a word. I really like it. I think, yeah, there's not much not to love about Shrek. I mean, the latter sequels aren't so great. I know Shrek 1 and 2 I really like, but Shreks 3 and 4, they're a bit unoriginal and a bit boring and a bit rubbish too. And Shrek 5's coming, which will apparently completely reinvent the franchise. So, a bit of a weird one to pick out there, but Shrek, I really enjoy it, and you know, it's quite a popular animated film as well, and I can see why. Let's see what the next one is. Let's pick that one out there. Quantum of Solace. So, I've been watching all of the Bonds lately, and I've been doing a bit of a marathon on them. Quantum of Solace I haven't quite got to yet. I'm on Man with the Golden Gun. Next one is Spy Who Loved Me. So, I'm really enjoying the Bond marathon, but I have watched this one recently. Quantum of Solace is one of the weaker James Bonds. I think the weakest with Daniel Craig. Spectre, I don't know, it is in the pot somewhere, because I did make this roulette, but I don't know whether it will come up. There's a possibility it will, but not a very high one. It looks, the ending of this movie is really good, but I think some of it's quite unmemorable, and it doesn't really live up to some of the other Daniel Craig ones. I haven't seen Casino Royale yet, so I'm really looking forward to watching that one, so I can't really judge ranking the Daniel Craig Bonds, really. Let's put that one down there. Let's see. Let's pick out another one. Ooh, let's pick out that one. Toy Story. Now, Toy Story is a really original one. Stars Tom Hanks, the wonderful Tom Hanks as Woody, and I really love Toy Story. I think it's one of the rare franchises that remains consistent all the way through. My personal favourite one is the second Toy Story. I think Toy Story 2 is fantastic, and they are making a Toy Story 4, so when Toy Story 4 comes out, I don't really want them to, because Toy Story 3 ended quite nicely. However, you know, I don't think they're going to do it if it isn't very good, so they are doing it. I can't see it. It's meant to be released next year, because we haven't got any trailers or posters or pictures or anything yet. I can't see it coming out next year. It's in the first half of next year, apparently. I can't see that. I can see it coming in a couple of years, sort of 2020 or 2021, which is a shame because I do want to see it. But the original Toy Story is a wonderful one, not necessarily one that I can talk about for too long, though. Let's see what the next one is. There we go, that one. The BFG. This is one which is directed by Steven Spielberg. I should really do a Ready Player One review, shouldn't I? I'll talk about that next time. BFG is, well, I think Steven Spielberg recently has done a lot of sort of more political films like The Post and stuff. And this was the rare family friendly one. It looked absolutely fantastic. As a film, it was quite good. It was quite nice and sweet and lovable. Mark Rylance was great as the BFG. But is it that memorable overall? I mean, it's not that different or exciting, but it's certainly one that's notable, so it's not unmemorable. I wouldn't say that. Wait, there's one that's fell out here. Let's put that in. I won't pick that one. This one here. A New Hope. So the first Star Wars, the Star Wars franchise is one of my favourites. The original trilogy is absolutely fantastic of Star Wars. New Hope is one that I'd like to watch again because there's a lot I can't remember about it, but it's a highly enjoyable and absolutely fantastic film. It's a rare one that I would actually give the full 5 stars to. It's probably my least favourite. I give all of the original trilogy a 5, but it's probably my least favourite of the original trilogy. Maybe controversially, Return of the Jedi is my favourite, and then Empire Strikes Back, and then A New Hope. So that may be a controversial opinion, but that's what I think. And nobody can stop me from thinking. So let's put that down there. Wonder what's going to be next. Let's pick out that one there. Spectre. Another Bond. The second Bond we've had. Put a few bombs in there. So, you know. I did say Spectre's very unlikely to come up. And it came up. So that's weird. I'm like a psychic. I'm not really. Spectre is one that starts off as an absolutely fantastic film. I think the opening sequence in the Day of the Dead stuff is brilliant. It's brilliant. However, some of it's unmemorable and it's not that great. It's the second weakest Daniel Craig installment, and the ending is quite disappointing. It just drags out for too long, and I've got a few problems with the movie. Obviously, when I watched this, though, I hadn't watched many Bonds. I'd only watched Skyfall. So now watching the classic ones, I know who Blofeld is, and I didn't then. So I'd like to give it a watch again, and, well, I will when we reach the end of my Bond marathon, but I'll come back to you on that one. But I'd like to see what it's like. Again. Let's see, let's pick out that one. Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I hate the stuff with the aliens. I just think it's the weakest of the Indiana Jones films. I know most people think that. The first three, again, one of my favourite franchises, the Indiana Jones one. The first three are absolutely phenomenal, in my opinion. And then they're movie classics. And then you move on to this one. I don't want them to do an Indiana Jones 5. I didn't even want them to do this one. They should have just ended it at a trilogy. It's a disappointing one. It's got some good bits about it, but overall it's a miss. I wish they didn't make it. So, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, not necessarily a very good one in my opinion. Let's see. I think we've got 2 more left, if I'm right. Okay, so this one was one which I discussed earlier, so I'll only skim across it. The Lego Batman movie. So I discussed the first Lego movie. I'm not a big fan of the Lego Batman movie. It's a hectic, manic movie. Too much going on. Too rushed. It's got a great beginning. However, I'm not going to say it's silly because it needs to be silly because of the target audience. However, it's not for me. I didn't really enjoy Lego Batman movie, and it was probably the weakest film I went to see in the cinemas last year. Probably. And one more. Let's see what this one is. Let's pick that one there. Okay, so the third Bond film I picked out in here, Goldfinger. Goldfinger is a marvellous one. And, you know, it's my favourite Bond film. It's the rare one that gets a 5 stars again. However, it deserves it because it's such an inspirational film. It's got some of the most iconic movie moments and characters of all time. You know, you've got Pussy Galore and Oddjob and Goldfinger, and then you've got people... you've got moments like the laser scene, and you've got the cars, and you've got so much in there that's so memorable. The Golden Girl, you've got so much. It's a wonderful film, and the best of the Bond franchise. So I love Goldfinger. How would I rate these films? I don't know. I might have to see about that. Okay, I've got my list here. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it was 10. So Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is in last place. We've also got the Lego Batman movie at 9th place. We've got Quantum of Solace at 8th place. The BFG at 7. Spectre at 6, Shrek at 5, the Lego Movie at 4, Toy Story at 3, Goldfinger at 2, and A New Hope at 1. New Hope at 1. Wonderful list of films there. I think there's some ones which I'm not a big fan of, and some ones that I am. So, you know, there's lots more films in the list, tons of them. Down there somewhere. Down there there's tons of them. So I'll try and get a guest on next time. Tell you who that is when we get to it next time. Thank you for joining in today. Please leave your thoughts of what you think of these films. And if there's any films you want added to the roulette, then I'd love to hear your thoughts, because if there's a film, I've watched all of the films in there at the moment, if there's a film you suggest and I haven't watched it, I will still put it in there, and then if I pick it out, then I will say why I haven't watched it, or if I want to watch it. So, thank you for tuning in today. I will see you next time, same space. Goodbye!